So let me explain you again that where in MTO the DDMRP will make sense and where in MTS DDMRP will make sense. So in case of MTO, in case of make to order, first thing you need to understand, there would be very few industries, very few industries which will be end-to-end MTO. What do I mean by end-to-end MTO? That you have a sales order. Based on the sales order, you did your production order, FG production order. Based on the sales order only, you produce the SFGs production order. Based on that also, you created for raw material, you did the purchasing. You created your purchase order. This is end-to-end MTO that based when you will receive the sales order, then you will be buying your raw material, then you will produce SFG, then you will produce your FG, and then you will supply it to your customer. This is end-to-end MTO. Very few industries would be there, but there would be some industries, which is end-to-end MTO. Generally, we will say that either the cycle would be braked here, or cycle would be definitely braked here. Although you have for your FG, it is a make to order, or SFG level, it is make to order. But to supply quickly to your customer, there would be a lot of generic raw materials would be there, which you will be buy in advance. A common raw materials, which is used, you would be having a buy in advance. I give you example on the construction industries. We have make to order, we produce our concrete, we produce the elements exactly when the customer demands for it. Then only we produce, but the generic elements like cements, steel, different dia, 8 mm, 10 mm, 12 mm, 24 mm, 36 mm steel, they are always used. That we don't buy it based on the customer demand. That we always need to have a stock because we'll be having a keep on demand and these materials would be keep on consuming. Very high level, high value items, cement and steel both. But we don't buy based on the customer demand. We want to make sure that always this material should be in buffer because that would be running my whole supply chain. Okay, so that I buy in advance itself, right? So for these materials, these RMs, which you need to buy in advance, you need to make sure buffer so that your make to order can be quickly supply. Here, for this material, you can put your DDMRP. That is an example of make to order, where the make to order, the DDMRP can make sense. Now let's talk about another example of make to stock. Where in the make to stock, the DDMRP would be making sense, right? In make to stock, what is going to happen? You are having your FG, finished goods. Finished good, you are doing your forecast. Okay. And this forecast would be then going into your SFGs. And then it would be going into your raw materials. And this raw material is again consumed in another FG, again consumed in another FG, again consumed in another FG. So if you have a 5% of inaccuracy here in your forecast, we are talking about 70% accuracy is a good accuracy. I'm just talking about 5% accuracy. For this also 5% inaccuracy, this also 5% inaccuracy, this also 5% inaccuracy. And this raw material is actually consumed in more than 200 finished goods. So this 5%, 5%, 5% will get added into the raw material, and you would be ending up buying huge amount of raw materials. At this individual raw material, you will see a lot of excess inventory, right? Because of the fluctuation in your demand. So forecast you are doing, your forecast is your linear, but again, the forecast, whether you are getting a demand, PIR you put it, forecast you put it, but again, the forecast, whether the demand is also coming as you have defined the forecast, no, right? Demand would be still fluctuating, right? And based on the fluctuation demand, sometime you will be getting a stuck where basically suddenly the more demand came up as per the plan, and sometime would be having a situation, there's a less demand. So based on that, either your raw materials, down the level raw materials, you will be finding a situations, it's going out of stock or it's going overstock because of the fluctuation in your forecast. Because of your forecast versus demand. Okay, based on your forecast versus demand, you would be seeing the fluctuations, right? Because of that, you would be having excess or under inventory for those materials. For these raw materials, DDMRP would be making a lot of sense. So So in make to order also you can use DDMRP, in make to stock also you can use DDMRP. At the higher level material where you are having make to order for the FG level, there is no point of making DDMRP because that need to be produced when the order came up. So there will not be any DDMRP for them, but the lower level material, DDMRP will make sense.